hey, DC police, hey, FBI, right to a bail is guaranteed by the 8th Amendment in the Bill of Rights. But, what do these people care about that, right? Because the FBI and the Capitol Police don't have jurisdiction outside of Washington, D.C. anyway. So what the heck does the rest of the Constitution mean? You see, you let them have a toe outside the boundaries of the Constitution, then there is no Constitution anymore. Ooh, that sounds like a gong. I don't know if you heard that. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's all about actual freedom of choice. Now, let me show you what's happening, right? You think this is crazy. This is actual force, all right? I'm going to put this one up for you. In the wake of January 6th, the federal government is putting Capitol Police in cities. Not any cities, just 2 cities, right? We're going to put Capitol Police in field offices in Tampa and San Francisco. Why? According to Fox News, because Florida is the insurrection, is leading, Florida and California are leading the country in the population of insurrectionists, and Tampa is the insurrection capital of Florida. That's what they're saying. Now watch this, because the crazy thing is, you're going to be told, oh, well, it's only temporary. They're only here to actually investigate January 6th. You see, that's why the Capitol Police can come here, because it was a crime on the Capitol grounds, and they're coming here to investigate that crime there. They're actually not taking over the jurisdiction of the state or of the county. They're actually bringing their jurisdiction because it was a crime committed on their grounds, and they're coming here to investigate those people, because it's easier to do that from here than everywhere else. It's only temporary. Okay? Well, it's not only temporary, according to the FBI and the Capitol Police. So you have to see what their words actually are. I'm going to show them to you right here. In the wake of January 6th, okay, let me show you what they says. The field offices are the first for the department and may play a role in identifying future threats. Are you catching that? Identifying future threats. Guess what, guys? They're putting up a permanent shingle in our states, these Capitol Police. And they don't plan on going anywhere. I want you to understand something very, very important. This is the installation of the standing army that our founders warned us about. This is the installation of the federal authority in our local governments. The FBI is part of that standing army. The DHS is part of that standing army. And now we're going to have Capitol Police. Why do they need all of these external forces in our local counties? Because we're educating the sheriffs, and the sheriffs are starting to resist. They're starting to realize that there is no jurisdiction for the federal government in their counties, and the sheriffs have the authority to tell the federal government no. Let me tell you what, there's no jurisdiction for Capitol Police in our counties. Look up 2 USC 2. 2 USC 2, starting in section 1664 and going on down, outlines the jurisdiction of the Capitol Police. That in the jurisdiction of the Capitol Police is so specific, they actually give in the definition street corners, from this street corner to that street corner in DC. Capitol Police. We're not talking about Washington, D.C. police. We're talking about Capitol Police, whose jurisdiction is from this street corner to that street corner. The only time their jurisdiction leaves this street corner and that street corner is when they're following a U.S. congressman or a U.S. senator. If there is no U.S. congressman or U.S. senator or a president or a vice president present, there is no jurisdiction out of this street corner and that street corner for Capitol Police. None. So there's even less jurisdiction in Tampa, Florida, and San Francisco, California. Not only that, okay? Not only that, these Capitol Police are trying to say, well, we're just aiding the FBI. So that's how we get into your city because the FBI has jurisdiction. No, they do not. The FBI does not have free reign jurisdiction in your state, your county, or your city. As a matter of fact, the FBI must have permission of your sheriff or your governor to be there. And here's the kicker, man. If the governor gives them permission and the sheriff doesn't want them in the county, the sheriff can override the governor and kick the feds out of the county. That is not sedition. That is not conspiracy theory. That is not radical ideology. That is actual constitutional application. And it happens all over America all the time. Sheriffs kicking the feds out because the feds don't have jurisdiction. The feds know they don't have jurisdiction. They know this. Otherwise, they wouldn't be trying to trick your sheriff into mutual jurisdiction agreements by dangling trinkets and gifts of money to your sheriff. Hey, we'll give you this funding. Just sign this mutual jurisdiction agreement. Hey, we'll give you these toys. Just sign this mutual jurisdiction agreement. There would be no reason for a mutual jurisdiction agreement if the FBI had automatic jurisdiction, but they don't. And they know it. And they want to keep you ignorant of that. They want you to keep running around questioning whether your sheriff has authority or not. Your sheriff, who's a constitutionally established representative of the people, who doesn't work for the governor, who doesn't work for the county, who is not paid by any single person, but paid by the taxpayers to be representatives. Bottom line.